Hey guys, so this super quick tutorial will do a couple things. It'll help you to organize your inbox with labels and filters. And a couple of you had asked me about Gmail not giving you a lovely little clear respond or responded label when you do respond to emails. And so we'll look at that. Now I'm in a non-school account just because this is more GDPR compliant than my school account. I don't have to blob anything out. It's just there's nothing really going on here. So what you'll notice, you might have a different setup in terms of the layout because we can all modify how our inbox is in terms of messages on the left or these sorts of things. But what we're looking for is this business called labels. And I'm going to create a new label and I'm going to call mine replied. And now with your cog in the upper right over here, we want to go to settings, see all settings, and this is going to give us, we'll see all sorts of stuff up here, right? Now what we want is this one called filters and block addresses. Now filters will just pick up on key words or even key specific people, and it will label these or make them go to certain places and make things a little bit more organized for you. Now I'm going to create a filter here. Now, this could work for anything. If you want certain people's emails, be it Ellie or Victor or anything like that, to go to a specific folder or have a certain tag, you can put their physical emails in here. Now, every time I respond in Gmail, it gives me this at the very top. So this is the magic little thing, little hack, if you will, that I'm going to use to have my filter pick up in all of my responded things, and then it's going to label it the way I want it to be labeled. I'm going to create this filter. And now it gives us some options. As I said before, in terms of organizing things, you might get some stuff like Google Classroom, or I don't know, something else you subscribe to, which you don't necessarily want to delete, but you don't want it in your inbox. You could hit skip inbox and archive it. You could have it go straight to a specific folder. There's all sorts of options you can do in here. Now with my responded bit, I'm going to choose this label called replied. And that's it. Now let's see what happens. Now you'll notice, you'll see Troy and me and two, that's who it came from. It's lots of Troy's going on here. It does give you this, but some people are like, I want it to say replied. Let's see if this wants to work. And there's this big replied thing over here. Now, if I want, I personally do want, I'm going to go to my filters. It's just in my labels. I'm going to find my replied one, which is down here. I'm going to edit this guy. And I'm going to hit my Command, Control, Spacebar. I'm going to see if I can't drag this guy into the conversation. I'm going to put it in the front too, just like that. I'll hit save. Go back to my inbox. Now that's pretty bright, right? So this is how labels can work. If you have things which have the word department meeting, specifically, then you might have it pop up with some other things. Now don't forget you have this. I'm sure you're familiar with this, but you can play with this in your advanced settings as well. There's some other bits and bobs in here that you can have all sorts of other things. I can drag this over. Now I can have some other ways to organize stuff, like I've done this or I'm not quite sure. You can of course decide what that is. Make sure you always hit save down here. This is just another little bit about my Bulgarian OLX. I'm going to go with why? That's probably a good question. Why am I getting Bulgarian OLX emails? You never know. So these sorts of things, now watch and you'll see it again. Just hit reply. And we don't see it, but it has that little R : thing. And now in my inbox, I have replied. Of course it has this as well, but I like, some people asked, super bright. So just some ways to help navigate organization with this, with all the multiple emails coming in. If you have any questions about this, just ask us. You can write to me directly or ask Sarah or G. Any one of us will be happy to help you.